Oh wait, the chat's not showing up.
The chat's showing up on my end.
I think I have to put it in again.
It's showing up in the video. Okay. Are we back though?
Yeah, we should be live.
Okay, cool. Hey guys, welcome back. Wait, no, welcome us. Us welcome back to you guys. Since you guys were here and we left. Um, yeah. Sorry about that.
My
Um,
bad.
yeah, tell them what happened.
So, it's like super hot in LA. And actually, I had a warning come up on my phone because I'm subscribed to the Los Angeles stuff. But it's
Oh,
gonna be so hot that we can expect power outages. So we just had
ridiculous.
one. But hopefully it doesn't do that again.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for the welcome back. It's kind of funny because this happened to us on another stream as well. It's like your computer never powers off. It never turns off, except for like when you're streaming.
Mm-hmm.
So silly.
Yeah, so everything's good. We can continue.
Um, Marius says they can't see anything. They might have to reload,
Yeah, you may
refresh the
have
page.
to reload your browser.
Cool. Thanks for telling them, guys.
We appreciate your patience.
It's not hot where I am. It's actually very nice. Probably maybe 70 something, 75. Maybe a little warmer, but it's really nice here. And where Derek is, it's, what is it, 100 something?
It's almost at 100.
Almost 100.
And it's
Um,
the warning says expected to get us close to 118.
that's awesome.
Sure
I
is.
love heat. I'm a fan of the heat. Just cook me outside and I'll be happy. Um, I don't really necessarily like direct contact with the sun. I don't think that feels good on my skin. But if I can be warm in a really dark place, I love it. Like a sauna. Saunas are awesome.
Mm-mm. 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 I'm dead.
It's just, I remember one time I was in a sauna. It was like 120 degrees, um, in the sauna, and I was doing push-ups. And the other two people in the sauna with me, they were like, "You're gonna die, man. You are seriously gonna get a heat stroke, fall on the ground, and die." And I was like, "Guys, I'm fine. Look at me. I'm not even sweating." And they look at me and they're like, "What the? We're over here sweating our buckets. Like what? Like." I am drenched in sweat. And then I look and they look at me and I'm like got not even like a drop on me. I'm slightly glistening. And I'm like, yeah, I know, this is my curse. I'm extremely tolerant to hot things, but I'm really sensitive to cold. So like whenever it's cold, my body starts to ache, like and it's painful and I just hate it. And it makes me want to go to bed because it makes me cold and makes my body shut down. So yeah, I'm oversensitive to cold, but I'm really um, tolerant to heat, which is unique.
Photosynthesis.
Photo, yeah, that's right. I absorb power through the sunlight. Like what was it? Birdman?
Like Spider-Man?
So, Spider-Man? Yeah, yeah, that's right. That's right. Spider-Man. Yeah, he goes out into the sunlight and it's for power, photosynthesis.
That's exactly how that works.
But don't spiders like to hide in like dark places? It seems backwards. It's so weird. That's great. Well, cool. Welcome back, everybody.
Hero.
Are you recording, Derek?
What's up?
Are you recording now?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just curious. I was wondering if you put it back on since last time.
I was always recording. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, you never messed up. Thank
I
you.
never messed up.
Love that about you.
That didn't happen at all.
Well, I'm glad that you know you're so convincing with that. Whenever you say it just like that, it's like, oh, guess you must have recorded it
You could
last.
call me not liar, liar, pets are not fire.
Yeah, and are very chill with ice cubes actually. Should be, it's got frost on them. You can check.
Honest, honest Pocahontas.
Oh, what? Okay. I don't think. Yeah, I guess Pocahontas was pretty honest, wasn't she? I'm like, what? Smith Johnson. Uh-oh. You have started something, Lavender La Loba.
Uh-oh.
Pineapple pizza is pineapple. Now everybody's gonna freak out.
Here it comes. No
I love you
pineapple,
too.
no pizza. That's a great answer.
No pineapple, no pizza. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Special Kitty. Okay, cool. Well, sorry about the delay, everybody. Sorry that power went out. Hopefully that won't happen again.
That's all on me, though.
Yeah, we don't really get a choice in the matter, though, unless Derek runs out right now and buys the generator and comes home before it happens.
Yeah.
Don't expect that. Yeah, that would take a lot of time. Okay. So, yeah, welcome back to Don't Worry. In case you're new to this, basically we just have people post comments of what's going on in their lives, what they're worried about, their thoughts on their mind, something they want advice with, anything like that. And then we'll give you the best we've got. We don't know everything. We don't know how to give you necessarily the best advice that will work, but we can give you advice from our own lives. And basically using our lives as a platform for you to build off of, so that you don't have to go through as many troubles as we did, hopefully, that sort of thing. Giving back to the community, which is awesome, because that's what Derek created this for, and he's a genius. Please, no, I hate Okay. Everybody's so worried about the pineapple pizza.
I know. That's all I'm seeing.
What's gonna happen with the entire world? Is it gonna break down? I would say it'll blow over.
I think
kind of like.
I think someone's just gonna take all the pizza away, and then no one's gonna have pizza.
Oh.
That's gonna be all your fault.
What's gonna happen is there's gonna be a giant pizza war, and it's not just gonna be between people on the internet anymore. It's gonna be literally between businesses. Pizza Hut is gonna be like, sorry, we don't serve any pizza anymore unless you put pineapple on it. That's the only pizza we have here. And then Busilli's gonna be like, oh, we don't serve pineapple pizza, and we serve anything else you want. And then there's gonna be a giant war, and the pizza businesses will go out of business because of some situation, and then no one's gonna have pizza anymore unless they make it at home.
And someone's gonna put pineapple in burritos.
Yeah.
And tacos.
Okay, pineapple burrito is something I've never heard of before, but it doesn't sound.
It actually doesn't sound too bad, because I know in tacos in the Mexican culture, they have this sauce called mango habanero, and they use actual mangoes, but it's not super sweet.
No, it's not super sweet. It's a bit more spicy, but it is good.
Yeah, it is really good. So actually, that could make sense. Pineapple on tacos. Have you had pineapple on burgers?
I have, like a teriyaki burger with pineapple on it. That's really good.
Yeah. I think I agree with that.
I think my taste buds agree with that concept. Do you know pineapple kebab? Yeah, a kebab. Yeah. Pineapple on a kebab is great. Yeah, I don't really understand what the issue is with pineapple on pizza. I think it's more of a just like people freaking out because it's fun to, more than being reasonable. Because obviously there are plenty of things people don't like that are on pizza, like yellow peppers, mushrooms. I like everything, by the way. There's nothing that ever would go on a.
Me too, man. High five.
Yeah, bam. That's what I'm talking about. But people don't like all sorts of different things. So, oh, I don't eat pizza anymore because they don't have vegan cheese here. Oh, interesting. What is vegan cheese made out of? Is it like a soy? I wonder.
It's made out of vegans.
Oh, it's made out of the actual vegans. It's vegan cheese is actually cheese made from vegans. It's not made for. That makes sense. Kind of like goat cheese is cheese made from goat, and cow cheese is made from cow. So I guess it would have to be a vegan cheese to be made from real vegans. Yeah. So then you can have like vegan finger cheese, and that would be. Yeah, that sounds really great. Yeah.
He was the evil man.
Yeah. Well, then, they have plant milk. Like, there are milky plants where you like open them up on their stem and it's like milk inside. How come they don't make that kind of cheese?
Mmm. Kind of
Mm.
like almond milk.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure they don't because it just doesn't work. I mean, the obvious thing is that it's a culture, and culture doesn't grow on the milk of most things other than dairy. But anyway, do both of you have the same favorite food? I doubt it, but possibly. I like pretty much everything. I don't necessarily have a favorite, but I am a big fan of pastas, um, and like lasagna, Italian things like that. But of course, I like Asian things as well. Hard to say.
I'm a fan of pizza.
You are a fan of pizza.
I
Pizza's
like
good.
made the pizza.
The only complaint I have about pizza is this. Sometime in the early 2000s, I'm guessing probably when Hot Ready's came out, pizza started to not have as much sauce on it anymore.
Oh
So
yeah.
now when you order a pizza, it's like this thin, like glaze of sauce and then cheese on top, which is fine. It's still good. But when I eat pizza, I want a really saucy pizza. Like, I want to be able to taste the sauce as a part of it. I don't want it just to be some kind of moisturizer.
I just put mayonnaise on mine.
Oh, mayonnaise, really?
No, I'm just kidding. That's gross.
Sounds terrible. Mayonnaise on mine. Oh, I just dump, just instant coffee on mine. Right out of the pot.
Oh
So
man.
it thickens that right up. Moist
Gross.
it. Coffee on ice cream is actually good though.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Hmm. Um. Oh, adobo. That sounds awesome.
Adobo is good.
Italian pizza or
Adobe
American
is
pizza?
also good.
Adobe is also good. It's got a good line of products. Um, not a sponsor.
But
um,
if you're watching this, Adobe, feel free.
yeah, no. If you're Adobe and you want to give us some funds for, making you look good, totally, we're up for that.
Yeah, this whole
Uh,
entire overlay that you see was made in Photoshop.
yeah, nice, nice. Yeah, and it's not even like hacked Photoshop. It's real.
It's the real
You're
one.
It's the real one. Um,
I paid the monthly subscription for everything.
everything. Yeah. Um, okay, so I guess the difference between Italian pizza and American pizza is more like, I guess Italian pizza is more like a bruschetta, what we call a bruschetta, which is basically bread with cheese on it and then maybe dried tomatoes or maybe not dried, and then it's baked. Um,
Hmm.
Pizza in ours is more of a dough. It's a different kind of bread, and it's got sauce and then cheese. I like both. To be honest, I like bruschettas, which would be more like Italian pizza. They're great. But if I'm having a pizza, I want it to be like an American pizza, like a really saucy.
Man,
That's
you
the way
really
I
like
like.
that sauce.
I like that sauce, man. I'm a sauce man. I'm a sauce guy.
So
Like
do you
put
get
sauce.
like a side of marinara sauce when you get pizza?
Oh, I never thought about that.
Yeah,
I
you can
could
do
get lift up the cheese and pour it on there and put the cheese back down. And I have like a
that. What the heck?
yeah, buddy. That sounds terrible, but it sounds also like something I could do. At least I could have a sausage pizza. Sounds good. It's a good solution. See, thanks for solving my problems, Derek.
You're welcome, man.
Yeah. Hey, thank you, Aria. Or
Orochimaru.
Aria Winter. Aria Winter. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but it's interesting. But thank you. I'm glad you like that. That's one of my least well-known songs, but it's one of my favorites. Mulan dipping sauce? Wait,
Do you just like chop her in pieces?
that's what I'm wondering. Is it Chinese specifically?
Chinese or Japanese?
Yeah. Well, Mulan. Yeah, Mulan was Chinese. Mulan was a Chinese war maiden, if that's a word. Just made it up.
War maiden.
War-
Nice.
It's awesome, wasn't it? I'm a war maiden. You get back or I'll kick you in the shin. war maidens are fierce fighters. They know right where to hurt you. Right in the heart. Oh. Okay. I like vegetarian pizza. I like vegetables. I'm a vegetable kind of guy, so like pizza stacked with vegetables sounds great to me.
Oh man, I actually had vegan pizza once.
Oh, I've
Um,
never.
I don't know, like there's actually a vegan pizza place right down the street from my house. It's like a hipster spot.
Mm-hmm.
It was the first time going there, and I was with some chick, and we ordered what I thought was a sausage pizza, and when they brought it to us, it was like a personal pan size, so like maybe 10 inches or something.
Mm.
They were like from Italy, so it was like authentic, but vegan
Oh,
style. So it was like not super doughy bread. There was
it was
sauce, but it had basil leaves, spinach, not shredded mozzarella, like shredded, like just mozzarella cubes, and it had sausage, but it was vegan sausage. And I was like, I just paid $20 for this, and I took a bite, and I didn't taste anything.
oh no.
I was like,
Oh.
and he was like, "How is it? How's it taste?" It tastes great. Tastes like my dreams, which is nothing.
Oh man. It's so bad.
Yeah, dude. Like, I was like, people like actually enjoy this, like, because the thing was, I didn't know at first, so I wasn't going into it eating like thinking, "Oh, I'm about to eat a vegan pizza." It was more like,
Oh.
"Oh, I'm gonna try this new fancy Italian pizza from Italy," and I was like, "What is this? Oh, it's a vegan pizza. It's one of our specialties here because the area I live in is all hipster, so it's full of that."
Yep.
And I was like, "Oh man, this must be great."
Oh, that's the bummer. I went to an authentic Italian place recently, and all of their food tasted fresh, like it would have had been picked maybe a day before. So that was great. I had a sardine. Wait, sardine? No, anchovy. Yeah, sardine.
Mhm.
Sardine spaghetti, and it was with olives and crepes. I've never had crepes. I've never had sardines, and I was like, I'm gonna give this a shot. I'm gonna just try it, and it was way better than I thought it was gonna be. I thought I was gonna try it and be like, all right, yeah, I can tolerate this, but I
It's
had it
all
and I was
right.
like, this is actually really good. First time I ever had either of the ingredients. I like to go out and try new things, so that was my jam. But yeah, absolutely like when you have actual real fresh food. But it's unfortunate when you go out and your food tastes like nothing.
Yeah, like I've had vegan burgers before and a vegan egg sandwiches, and those were delicious. But I think it was because
Oh
they
yeah.
weren't trying as hard, I guess. I don't know,
Uh,
man. But it was like, I'm never coming here again.
oh yeah. I like the veggie burgers. Those are pretty good.
Yeah,
By the
veggie
way,
burgers are good.
okay, so the one of the people who posted earlier, Aria Winter, said it's their brother's birthday. So happy birthday, Aria's brother. I hope you have an awesome day.
Me too. I hope you
Smile.
have a fantastical day.
Have a wonderful day.
Wonderful
Yeah.
day.
It's my birthday song.
It's the birthday song.
It's like it's like we're like funk disco era. It's BG Boys, you know. Oh yeah. It's a funk song.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Oh. Boom, come, boom. Boom, come, boom, 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 come, boom. You gotta
He's
get that
literally
disco.
jumping up and down. He is so happy. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great. Do you like anime?
You're just sitting there like.
I'm like, I read the comment. I'm like, I wonder how I should process this. I wonder how I should respond to this. I'm like, because I'm like, I mean, obviously my channel is a lot about anime in a way. I mean, it's not like I'm an anime review, but I'm like, obviously I do like anime, but I'm like, should I respond it sarcastically or should I just like respond like, yeah, how should I do this? And, like through the process of thinking, I'm just like going blank and then just like sitting there thinking, like
Oh
just
man,
taking.
I think the silence is the best. Just staring blankly.
Like I read the comment and just like didn't really actually think about it. I'm a weeaboo. I wouldn't say I'm a weeaboo, in the sense that like I don't intend to be Japanese, but I do like certain things about the Japanese culture. But there are a lot of things I don't like about it. So, to be honest, I'm glad I am where I am. Are you just laughing about the anime?
No, someone asked, "Are you a weeaboo?" But it was misspelled.
It is. That's what I was responding to. Yeah, that's all right. Hey, people can. I don't English very good anyway, so.
No, it was just that it was misspelled in such a great way.
Oh,
Like it actually spelled out a word still.
Great. Do you like cats or dogs better? This has become a Q. Monk cartoons. Derek, you have to answer these questions.
I like turtles.
Ooh, turtles are great.
I actually like both animals. It's just a cat's more of a shtick, which is
Yeah.
what's the other word for that? I don't know the other word for shtick. It's just like a thing that has been in my life since high school because we used to meow at each other to bother each other when we were hanging out, and we would draw cats on our homework.
There's a cat. That's awesome. Yeah, because your name is the beta cat, you'd assume like, oh, I'm a cat person, but really it's just like that's your thing. That's the thing that goes back with you. Yeah, I honestly, I like dogs and I like cats. I probably would prefer a pet dog versus a pet cat, but then I think about it and I'm like, well, maybe I'd rather have a pet cat. To be honest, I don't want any pets because I don't have time for the maintenance, and I'd rather not. To be honest, that's really it. I think dogs are awesome, and I like petting and hugging animals. It's awesome, but not enough to actually have one. Who here has been slapped by a fish before? I like that comment. I don't think I have. I might have, but I don't remember ever being slapped by a fish. You love big potatoes or small potatoes? Is that what that says? Hold on. No, I can't read it. It's a bummer. Okay, have a good night, Kanasaki. I hope you have a restful sleep and enjoyable day tomorrow. I know it's like crazy late in the Philippines for you guys right now. It's like 3, almost 4 o'clock in the morning, something like that, for you guys. So, yeah, sleep well. Okay, so do you feel like we should get back on topic, or do you want to just fool around more?
Oh, there actually was a question that I saw.
Okay, yeah, what was
it? It was
it?
really big, so I'm trying to find it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna have to try to rephrase it a little bit. Dolly Sweet says, so I'm really close friends with this guy. I'm attracted to girls, but I still like him. If I don't feel for him what he feels for me, I'm worried it's not fair to either of us to be more than friends. I don't know if I understand your question. So what you're saying is, but I still like him.
You like him. Your tendency is to like girls, but you do like this one guy. And you are wondering if it's fair to him if you go out with him because you like girls more generally? Is that the question?
Yeah, because so I'm close friends with this guy, but I'm attracted to girls. But I still like him. If I don't feel for him what he feels for me, I'm worried it's not fair for either of us to be more than friends. But you do like him. Are you saying that he loves you?
I think or he is saying he loves her or him, whatever. What is it, Dolly?
Yeah.
Okay, Dolly. That's not. I'm gonna guess a girl, but I'll just say Dolly. So he loves Dolly, but she doesn't. Well, okay. So if you don't love him, then don't go out with him. I guess. I mean that's totally acceptable not to do that. I think, but for you to say, is it fair? I have a feeling that you do like him, but you're afraid you might find that you don't like him eventually, or that you are starting not to like him as much. That might be it. You're starting to not like him as much. Maybe you're already in a relationship. I think there's too many questions for me to really answer.
Yeah, I think the issue is that you shouldn't think if it's fair or not if you should be with this person or if they should be with you, because honestly, if you don't want to be with this person, then you're not obligated to do so.
Or
So I would
uh,
say don't, really worry about it too much. Just
another
oh, go
love
ahead.
really isn't to begin with. Love isn't about being fair. You're never gonna get what you offer. Like, in a when you love someone, you give them everything, not with the desire of hoping that they repay you. It's that you give them everything you give them because you respect and love them. Out of your love, you give them. It's
hmm
yeah. So I don't know. I'll let you continue what you were saying.
Yeah, I think if you're attracted to both sides, I don't think that should matter or play a part at all in your decision making. You're attracted to both sides, that's totally cool. But I think what you have to do is just confront this person because you do say you like them, and if they like you, then just go from there. The whole part about it being fair or not is exactly as Ryan says. It doesn't really matter. There's no such thing really. So yeah, just go head first into it and see what happens. That's gonna be the most exciting part of it all.
Yeah, yeah. And the thing is, it's like, I mean, you'd at least give it a try, I suppose. If you're wondering if you should date them, then it's possible that maybe what she's saying is that she likes or he likes her, but she's not sure if that him liking her is enough reason to go out with him. Like she might have this sort of pity or something like, okay, I'll go out with you since you like me, but isn't really sure for herself whether she does or not. Um, I mean, of course, like Derek said, you could just try it out, just see how it goes. I mean, what really do you have to lose? I mean, they're going to be your friend either way if they're a good person.
hmm
If it doesn't work out, like I have friends that I used to date a long time ago, and I talk to them every once in a while now, and there's nothing harsh between us. Um, so I don't know if you feel inclined to try it, give it a try. And if you feel like it's not for you, then don't worry about it.
hmm
You know, I mean, I wouldn't worry about it being fair. Like I can't return the same feelings that you do for me, so it's not fair. The thing is, a lot of feeling is an emotional thing, and in any relationship ever, I have to say this because this is the number one reason why marriages fail. Because love is not just a feeling; it goes beyond that. Love is willing to give yourself when you don't have to feel. Love is wanting the best for someone when you don't really have that desire or motivation to do anything for them, but you still want to do it. Like you still choose to do it even though you don't want to. I'll say it like that. Um,
hmm
you have your will and then you have your feelings. And both can have a sense of love to them. You can have a willful desire to help people, and you can have a feeling reason to desire to help people. And both can be considered love. But the reason why marriages fail is people get into these relationships thinking that love is all feelings. And then when the feeling dies down because they've been with the person for a while and they're no longer feeling that emotional high, they think, oh, I guess I don't love this person anymore. Um, so it's probably time for me to move on. Maybe this wasn't the right person. Maybe this isn't the person of my dreams because I don't feel that inside anymore. And that always happens. It always happens. After time, your emotions die down, and that's normal. That's a good thing, because otherwise you just be obsessed with a person for the rest of your life and not get a whole lot of other things done. If you've ever been obsessed with a person, you realize how much little of other things you get done. uh, so yeah, no, it's a good thing, and it's good that happens. But keep that in mind. Love isn't all feelings, so you can't say it's not necessarily fair if they like you more than you like them. I would say that it's just that you're in different positions,
Mm-hmm.
and what you have to do is give yourself more. Um, and you know what? Sometimes doing those things rekindles the fire inside of you and makes you like emotional again. Um, because it's an up and down roller coaster, just like all emotions are. They come and go. So if your emotion dies, you can get it back, but just don't rely on that for a reason to love, if that helps.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I hope that we answered somebody's question with that. All right. Some sort of games. If Jesus can walk on water, then can he swim on land? Yeah, probably. He can just swim right through it. Walk through walls, so after he died. So I guess he'll probably swim through land. All right. Do you watch anime? Do you watch anime? And then no. I honestly should. I don't watch as much as most people. I don't have the time, but I like it. Okay. Any other questions?
Here's one. Cat, no, stop it doing that. Cat Ozuri says, I'm coming to the end of school and I break up for summer in 2 weeks, but I'm just getting so tired and unmotivated to do school. I live in England and my summer break is short. How do I stay motivated?
To draw, or motivated for school?
No, just motivated for school.
Do you wanna start this one off?
Faux show.
Sweet.
I think we answered this question actually
Yeah,
earlier.
you did. But they probably weren't here.
Yeah,
So,
so the idea is that if school is important to you, then take a step back, look at the reason why you feel unmotivated, and if it's something pertaining to the general idea of being lazy, then you should fix it immediately. Because if you procrastinate and don't work on what you want to do in school, which in maybe your life you need school to further your career or help you get to a career, and then you need to realize right here and now that I need to do this or else I'm gonna just push myself back, and that's not gonna be good for my future. And that's really like the biggest way to get out of that kind of feeling when you don't feel motivated, because you need that kind of realization that if I don't do this, then I'm only hurting myself. Because some people who do that don't think about the consequences. They just stay unmotivated and procrastinate until it's too late. So don't be in that group, because that's not good. And that is my answer.
Sure. I'll give kind of the same. I'll give a rundown of the same answer I gave earlier. One, school doesn't really give you a reason to do homework or to get motivated. Wait, are we talking about motivation or procrastination?
Oh, it's motivation.
Motivation? Okay, sure. I mean, they kind of go hand in hand, to be honest.
Yeah.
So for school, one way you can motivate yourself is to give yourself a reward by doing things. For example, like usually it's like, oh, I have to study or whatever. Maybe find yourself a treat that you'll give yourself if you decide to study. And then say, okay, I don't get that treat today because I didn't study. Or maybe get involved with your parents, or get your parents involved and say, hey, mom, if I really need to, I really need to get motivated for school and that sort of thing, study or do my homework and that sort of thing. Is it cool if, like, every week, if I am, I'll hold myself accountable and you'll hold me accountable. If I'm studying and doing my homework, is it cool if I ask you to buy me like a special kind of drink or a special kind of snack or something that you really like to eat, or maybe like a pack of playing cards that you like to play, like Magic the Gathering or Pokemon or whatever, collector's cards, whatever it is, whatever you're into. something that's not expensive, but something you could maybe afford, just as a reward, maybe that could really give you um, a reason to get motivated to do it. Another thing is motivation in itself is a bad thing to go off of in a way, because no one is ever completely motivated forever. Even me with my music, sometimes my motivation is just not there, but I know I have to write music anyways. Motivation is something that helps you, but it's not something that you should rely on. It's kind of like, if I'm only doing music if I am motivated to do it, then I'm kind of putting the cart before the horse. I'm basically training myself a bad habit of failure. So motivation isn't always going to be there. It's an emotion. You get random ideas that inspire you. It's an emotion. So you can't rely on it always being there. So you have to do things. You have to train yourself to do things regardless of emotion, but use motivation to at times when it is there. But when it is not, train yourself to do things without it. It's no fun, but it is what it is. That's just how life goes. So, yeah. Anyhow.
So I have a question from Arya Winter.
Okay.
So do you guys have advice on being yourself? Because when I go out in public, I have a get out there style, and I feel like everyone's always judging me, and I feel really small, and I feel like nothing.
Wait, where was this question? It's probably recent.
I'm gonna have to scroll up quite a bit.
Oh, okay.
It's like under a bunch of emojis.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to start touching on it, go for it.
So to be super duper blunt and honest, just don't care about what people think about you, to be quite honest, because that is going to hold you back in life from so many things, that you're giving your mind to someone else's negative thoughts or actions, because whatever they think about you is honestly not your business. And you may think that doesn't make any sense. It's like, of course it's my business, I'm involved. Yeah, but whatever they think of you has nothing to do with whatever matters. Their negative thoughts are not important. And then therefore, you have to kind of realize that if people think about you negatively for just you being yourself, then that's no person you want in your life to be in with at all. Because you're being who you want to be. You're not trying to copy anyone, you're not trying to mimic anybody. You're being you, 100%. And that's fantastic. That's amazing. I'm glad that you're being yourself, Arya. I'm glad that you're not conforming and pretending to be someone just so you can fit in. Because as you go on through life, you're going to find someone else who's going to be themselves, who's going to appreciate that you are being yourself. So when someone has these thoughts about you, and if it makes you feel bad, just kind of realize that there's nothing to feel bad about, because they don't matter. Maybe there's something in their life or the way they were raised that taught them to just hate on everybody for being happy. Because that's what you're doing. You're being happy. You're being yourself. So all in all, forget them.
Damn.
What do you think, Ryan?
Yeah, absolutely. The way I see it is everybody's different, right? But everyone is meant to be here. We're all different, and that's good. You are your own person, and I want that person to be in this world, because you bring something to the world that other people aren't going to. And that is yourself. That is everything that you do with your life. That is everyone you interact with and how you interact with them. And I want you to be you when you do that. Because, yes, we all have things we need to improve on. But none of us are perfect. And if I'm just say, there's people who make excuses to say like, oh, that's just who I am. And it's like, oh, I'm not a huggy, kind of touchy, kind of feely person. That's just who I am. That's understandable, but at the same time, if you can learn to embrace somebody in a hug and make them feel better, that's an important skill. That's a good skill you can learn to do, and it doesn't necessarily make who you are. It's something you can improve yourself on. I think there's a lot that can be said about improving yourself, but when it comes to having a fear of, oh no, people are going to judge me for saying my thoughts out loud or that sort of thing, say them. Because I was always afraid growing up that people were going to judge me. And they did because of that, actually, I noticed. And then I realized people judge me either way. People are going to judge me whether I am saying things out loud or just thinking them in my head, whether I'm the quiet kid who doesn't say anything or the kid who is a class clown. But what I found out is that when I started being myself out in public, my self-esteem started to go up. I started believing myself more. And when I did that, other people around me started to lift up with me. And I actually ended up becoming a very popular person in school because of that. Even though, like, you know, the year before, I was like bullied all the time and nobody liked me. I had like 3 friends, that's it. So it really makes a big difference. But just be yourself. Don't worry about whether people are judging you or not, because that's only going to hold you back. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything else to say beyond that. I think you already know all this, but it helps to have someone else go through that experience with you. I know that I have, for sure. I've been there. I think Derek has probably been there before too. So yeah, I mean, we've been through that. We know now that just being ourselves is pretty much the best we can do for ourselves and for other people too.
Yeah, and just a touch, because you just mentioned really quick. She mentioned really quickly that her and her friends get bullied for it, but the answer is still the same, to be quite honest. Because once you give in, you're only gonna feel their desires to bully you more. Once you give them no reason to bully you, like you stand up for yourself, you kind of make fun of yourself as well, because a lot of bullies bully you for quote unquote imperfections, which are not true. So if you give them nothing to bully you for, eventually they're gonna get bored, and then either they'll become your friend or go bully the squirrel in the tree. I don't know. But you kind of have to just don't give in, because as soon as you give in, it's gonna be harder to get out. So just be just be yourself.
Because I mean, yes, people will bully you. I mean, even now people say silly things on YouTube and whatever. Like, it doesn't bother me, because like Derek said, what they say about me doesn't change who I am. Their opinion of me is none of my business, because it doesn't affect me in any way that's good. So I don't care. Like my friends, yeah, their opinions matter. But if the bullies, I don't care what they have to say. Because if it's not going to be any good, then it's not going to be any good for me. So yeah, just be yourself. I mean, you expected us to say that, I'm sure, but it's good to have that reinforcement. I think one thing you might be able to do with the bullies is kind of take it upon yourself to fix the situation if you can, by trying to become the bully's friend. When they make fun of you, make it fun with them. It doesn't mean you have to bash yourself, but you might be able to say like, oh, like put yourself in a position where you won't get offended. Basically, if you feel like you're offended, then tell yourself, no, I don't need to be offended by that. What he says doesn't really matter. Is it funny what he said? Is it kind of silly? Yeah, and then you can say, oh, that was kind of silly. That was funny. I like that. Or go on his joke and say, oh yeah, then blah 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 blah. That would be pretty funny. Whatever happens, you know. And if he doesn't become your friend through it, then whatever. I mean, you did your best. But yeah, I mean, everybody's got bullies, and that's just part of life. People who are picking on you are probably jealous of you, to be honest. I know that I set myself up for that, because I pretended I was really smart, and a lot of people really didn't like that I was smarter than them, even though I really wasn't. I just pretended to be, and they hated that. They hated me for that. If you are an outgoing person and you're really cheerful and joyous, that's probably why they're picking on you, because they see you having fun and they're jealous of you and they want what you have. So rather, not even jealous, they're envious. They want to destroy what you have because they want to make you feel miserable like they are. If you have a way of incorporating them in your joy, making them feel good too, going up to them in private some random day and just being like, hey, whatever, like strike up a conversation, have fun with them. It would solve a lot of problems. So
just eat them.
Oh yeah, totally eat them. Definitely that. Make sure you put your mouth all around that skull and just chomp away.
Yeah, just keep going. Then all those screams, just don't worry about it.
Yeah, those screams are actually Joyful cries.
Yeah.
Okay. No. True, you can report them if they don't stop. If you can't make a friend of them, and they're crazy, ridiculous, you can report them, like Vivian said. But I noticed that if you report someone for something, you have ruined all of your chances of ever becoming a friend, pretty much. So it's better to take one approach first. Just heads up. Yeah.
Yeah. So we hope we helped. And
Yeah.
Marius has a question. So I need advice. I'm 16 years old, and hold on. Okay, so I'm 16 years old and I still don't have a girlfriend. A lot of people saying that I'm childish or just lazy because I prefer staying home and playing online with my friends instead of going out on a bar or disco for searching for a girlfriend. What do you think about that?
A disco? What? Okay, sorry. I've never seen a disco, so I've seen rarely seen. I think I've seen like 3 clubs in my lifetime. Okay. Anyways, yeah. Go ahead, Derek.
To be honest, man, I don't know if it's like some peer pressure that's going on in your life that you need to that you need to find a girlfriend, because there seems to be a lot of emphasis there. But if you don't want a girlfriend, then who cares? But if you do want a girlfriend because you actually really do feel like you need one, I don't think you go searching for it. It kind of just happens. Just let it come to you. If you see a girl you like, then by all means, go say hi. Have a conversation. Tell her she looks... Don't tell her she looks pretty. That's kind of weird to start off anyway. But just if you see a girl, just talk to her if you find feelings inside your tummy. But if you're just wanting to find one because of peer pressure, then dude, then forget about it. I didn't have a girlfriend until I was like 19 or something. And it wasn't even that I even wanted a girlfriend. I just got one and I was like, oh, I guess this is my life now.
Yeah, it's my life now. Pretty much.
All in all, if you don't necessarily want one because you desire one, then the problem has ended. Don't worry about what your friends think. But if you do want one because you now have these desires, my best bet is that it doesn't matter if you have to go to a disco or to a bar or anywhere, you will find a relationship if it finds you. And by what I mean by that is just don't force it. Just let it happen. If she likes you, that's cool. If you like her, that's also cool. If things happen and you get together and you put each other's faces next to each other, and that's cool too.
I like that. I like when your face is next to mine.
Yeah.
Yours is really soft. She's like, ow, yours has really prickly.
And then you may have the desire to eat her face, and that's fine too.
Yeah. Those screams are screams of happiness. Enjoy.
You feel these feelings that burn with fire.
Yeah, those are the emotions coming out.
And you're like, oh no, it's getting hot in here, so take off all my clothes.
What? Song? Copyright.
Yeah, copyright strike.
Oh, we did it.
That's my honest advice, though. Just do the thing, man. Just have fun with your life.
I think Derek's 100% right. If you're having fun doing what you're doing, you can chew. Like, you're not hurting anybody by playing video games. People can call you lazy, but just because you don't have a girlfriend doesn't mean that you're lazy. That's silly. I would say people who are anxious and really like trying hard to find a relationship are the people that most don't need a relationship right now. They're the people that need something else before the relationship happens. Because a lot of times if you're anxious for a relationship, if you're like dying to have a relationship with somebody and you're like, I want to find that girl, I want to find that boy, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually because of that emotional high, or that it makes me feel good, right? It's about yourself finding the person. And that's not really the place you want to be for finding a relationship. You want it to be about them. If I'm looking for a relationship, it means I'm looking for it for myself. It's not that I'm looking for a relationship so I can give all my love to somebody, some random, person that it will eventually be. I mean, that's not usually the case. Usually when someone's anxious about it, when they're searching, even though they don't even know who it is yet, it's because they want that feeling for themselves. And they want to be able to own kind of a woman or a man for themselves to say, this is mine. And that's just not so healthy. It's not a good start to any kind of relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So, the people that are best to look for in a relationship are the people that are not looking. Just straight up, people that are not looking. Obviously, I'm not talking about the people that will instantly put you off. I'm just talking about the people that aren't looking, the people that aren't necessarily looking for it because they don't feel like they need it. Those are the people that probably most reliable people, probably the people that are best to be with, probably the most mentally stable. So that's speaking from experience. I've been on both sides of that equation, so that's how I know.
Mm-hmm.
I have been. I really have been on the other side of the equation where I have been looking for somebody, and really, I know what it feels like. So, and I know why those feelings feel like they do. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you just gotta go through it, my dude. Or my girl.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Just keep doing what you're doing. It's okay if you don't find a relationship. It's not a big deal. Not necessary for you to exist. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. Are we all made out of space, guys?
We sure are.
It's a lot of strange questions. I like it.
So I
Welcome,
don't say
lovely.
anything for right now, so we can mess around.
Okay, cool. What do you want to mess around with? Bacon?
I love bacon.
Ah,
I put it
I'm
on my
not a big.
toes. What?
What? Bacon? Oh, yeah, bacon on my toes is totally cool. I got bacon on my toes. That helps me to separate my toes out and keep them nice and oily. Those,
It keeps them nice and silky smooth.
Yeah, exactly. It's great for your. Oh, so great for your toes, for your feet. If you're ever going to go to a dance party, make sure you put bacon between your toes before you go. That way, if anyone says, hey, your feet smell, you can be like, nah, bacon toes. And you can whip like, got bacon on my toes. And they'll be like, what? You got bacon in you? What? Dude, look at this guy. This guy over here, look at him, man. He's a wild one. You will be known forever as the guy.
Yeah.
They will love you. You will be a party favorite. So yeah, bacon toast. You're welcome. That's some good advice.
So we do have a question from Chloe.
Okay.
I've been struggling to figure out what I want to do as a career. How would you recommend I figure out what to do? Oh my. Oh my. Oh my.
Got an answer to this?
It's you first time.
Oh, thanks. Okay, this is a hard one. So here's the first thing. We don't know you, so we don't know what your talents are or anything like that. And you might even think you don't have any talents, but I assure you, you do. Everybody does, even if it's just being able to talk to somebody, or bring up mayonnaise in a conversation. Maybe you have a talent for that. Anyways, so, okay. When I was in high school, I had no idea what I wanted to do. To be very honest, I had absolutely no idea. I knew I was good at music, but that's not a very good paying job. Very unlikely that you can ever get anything doing it. Yeah, most musicians just don't make it out. Don't make out ahead. And I wasn't really even that interested in music at the time. When I was even younger, I thought maybe I could be an artist and draw, but that kind of went to. Eventually, I settled on programming. I was like, okay, I'm gonna be a programmer. I'm gonna program video games, I guess, because I'm kind of good at that already. I know a little bit about it. I've done some before, so I went into programming. And then, once I got into college, I started to notice I really wasn't really into it. And I had a conversation with my friend, and we ended up talking for a while, and he got me inspired. And it was kind of like a revolutionary, I guess, in a way, change in myself. I had a conversation. It was basically just what it went along the lines of, hey, we could write music together. Like, because I was still writing music and I had shared with him some of the music. And we figured out, hey, we could write music and we could like literally change how people think, because when you write music and you have a message in it, it's getting programmed into people's brains without them knowing it. So then you can put messages into people's brains. And instead of what most of the media is doing with like bad messages, we'll aim ours for good messages and help people without them even knowing we're helping them. And I was like, that's awesome. That sounds really cool. And so I started doing that, and I found I really liked that. Then I discovered there's something like a sense of purpose. Purpose, my brother described it as a dream that is bigger than yourself. It's like having a desire that affects more than just you. Purpose is like something that you know you can do that helps other people. And sometimes that purpose is a career, and sometimes that purpose is outside of your career. Um, but I think that we all have something we can bring to the table with ourselves, even if it's just helping people out through a conversation or giving them a little money or whatever it is. Um, I eventually decided that if you have something you're passionate about, even if you're not even that great at it yet, and you find a way that you can help people through it, that's a good spot to start. That's a good place to start with thinking for your career, because they did a study, and basically they in like I think they kept track of like 100 people or 200 people. 100 people went and tried to get the most money possible, so they made career choices, went to college, and got really good grades and so on to become rich. And the other group just decided they would do only things that they felt passionate about. They would try to, um, make money out of their passion.
Mm-hmm.
And after, I think it was 10 or 20 years, they got back with all of them. And only 3 out of 100 people that were trying to become rich actually became rich. And of the people that were chasing their passion, I think it was something incredible, like 50% of the people that were just chasing their passion actually were wealthy and rich. Um, and that really says a lot, as far as, being able to be motivated to continue on your path, doing the things that you're supposed to do, having your life go in a direction that's meaningful. I think it's all very important. I can't really tell you what you should do or really the best way to find it. Sometimes you happen upon it by chance. But I think a good place to start thinking about that is, what am I passionate about? How can I help people doing that? Or if I don't know what I'm passionate about, think about the things that I like and I enjoy doing that I realize that I'm more inclined to. I spend more time doing, or something I could become talented at if I put time into it. Um, you know, that's the best advice I've got. Start dreaming again. Start dreaming, because dreams are important. Obviously not crazy outlandish things. I mean, you can get there someday if the more farther along your path you get. But start dreaming again. It's okay to dream big. It's okay to dream small. Just start thinking like, man, what if I had this thing? Or what if I could help people in this sort of thing? That'd be so cool. Yeah. So I don't know. That's the best I've got. Maybe Derek's got a little better something. So let's see what Derek has to say.
If you believe in magic.
Gosh.
So when I was in school, I didn't really know what I wanted to do, but I did find something I was very interested in, which was music. I learned at probably around 14 that music was something that made me very happy. Learned to play the guitar. And as I went through school, I actually went out of my way to go get into a musical class. I didn't really learn too much in it, to be quite honest, but I did make friends that helped me learn, which I think was a far better outcome than what I learned in class. But from then on, I'm self-taught in music. I work in electronic though, so it's a little bit different from what Ryan does. we still do it though on the computer, so it's like the same thing.
Oh.
But I did enjoy that, but I never really thought of it as like a career for myself. I just enjoyed doing it. So then I graduated, and I'm into computers. I enjoy it very much. So I thought, oh, you know what? I'll go to school for computer science, because I think I wanted to be in IT, well, information technology. So I did that. And then after my first semester, I got super bored because I was learning at a very slow pace, and I learned much more on my own, so I never went back. And then I was at that kind of point where you're asking us, Chloe, what should I do? What do I find out what I want to do? And I knew that I wanted to do music. I just didn't know how. But I also wanted to do something in computers, so I just applied to places that were similar. And I think the only job I ever had that was very close to it was my previous job that I just got laid off on. But I did music all on my own. I put out music for the world to see, put on my SoundCloud, on my YouTube. And I always tried to find forums or people looking for the type of music I made. And I found a Facebook group that was looking for a DJ for a club here in LA. And I sent them my music, they ended up liking it. And that was really my first big step into, I wouldn't say my musical career, but as far as it's gotten, I don't have any bad will towards it. It's like probably the best thing that's happened to me. But I got to play my first show just because I put myself out there despite me not being very big or quote unquote famous. And I just kept doing that. I just kept putting my music out there. I kept going out of my way to find people to talk to and just growing my own career, because in that kind of, in a creative field, it really kind of comes down to you and what you want to do. And as Ryan said, we don't know you personally. We don't know what it is that you enjoy or what you like. You may be in the creative arts, or you may be into politics or health or whatever. But they all kind of revolve around the same idea, is that find what you're most passionate about and do your very best to succeed in it. And you're going to fail. It's going to hurt. You're going to cry. But you get right back up on that horse and you eat that horse.
Yes, please.
But you just got to, honestly, you just got to go hard with your passions, whatever it is in your life that you want to do. And you may do them in the very indirect way that we were raised our whole lives to follow, which was go to school, follow this path. You are there where you want to be. Nah, man, I went like off the path. I got lost in the woods. I found a door in the middle of the woods. It didn't make any sense to me. I opened the door. I fell into the ocean, and I was like, oh man, I can't swim. So then I learned to swim, and I got out of the ocean.
And then he ate it.
And then I ate the ocean, yeah. So you're going to go on such a bizarre path, but you're going to make a lot of friends. You're going to make great experiences, and those are all going to contribute to you as a person. It's going to hopefully help you respect life a little bit more. And people who also go through your hardships, it's like, oh man, dude, I found the ocean. That guy over there found the ocean, and he fell out of the ocean. I don't even know how you do that.
Love work, man.
But yeah, just live life, man. And you're eventually going to come across that thing where, as Ryan and myself say, just find what really makes you happy and what you want to do for the rest of your life. Or at least something close to it. Because maybe that's going to actually, in turn, trigger, and then you're going to do something else. Yeah. I wanted to do computer stuff, but then I realized that music was the thing I really wanted to do. They just were like slightly related.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 2 points that I thought about through Jarek saying that. Basically, the takeaway from this is, one, it's going to be okay. Whatever you do, you're going to be okay, all right? You're going to be living, and you'll find your way. You might have to go off on many paths before you find what you're going to do for the rest of your life. Or maybe you'll never do one thing for the rest of your life. Maybe you'll go here and then go there and go here and go there. And you'll be called based on what you feel in the time and era that you're in. Don't expect just one thing for the rest of your life. I'm sure it's going to be many things. It's been many things for me. It's been many things for Derek. The thing is, the takeaway is, life happens. It looks like a mess. But it's beautiful, and it's enjoyable if you learn to enjoy it as it is. Don't get caught up in the idea like stress. Like, oh no, I'm not sure I'm on the right path. I don't know if things are going well. Don't worry about it. It's all going well, all right? Just do what you got to do to make things float well, and enjoy it, because that's the experience you've been put into. This is life. We don't know the past. We don't know what's going to happen before it happens. Enjoy that kind of thing. And the other thing is, when don't expect it to be quick and easy. Kind of like when I was in college and I was doing the programming, I told my mom, I was like, okay, I'm gonna quit this and I'm gonna start doing music as my career. And she advised against it, very much so, to the point where she's like, well, if you're not gonna go to college, then I'm gonna kick you out of the house and you have to stay on your own. And she did that, but she was supportive, and she did that because she wanted me to learn and that sort of thing. She was being wise, and so I ended up living with my brother and that sort of thing. And I started doing music, but I started that when I was 19, and it's been 9 years since then. And in those 9 years, I honed my skills and got better and better and better, and kept writing music pretty much the entire time. So people who say that I'm a very good writer, well, thank you, but it's because I put hours and hours and hours worth of years into it. So it's taken me a long time to get where I am now, like 9 years, which is, I mean, that's half of an entire school life, from first grade to the end. So, and that whole time, it hasn't been all bad. It's been enjoyable, honestly. Writing music is something I would do regardless of whether I was making money at it or not. I'm just now beginning to make money on it 9 years later. That's just the way it goes. If you're really passionate about something, you continue doing it, and eventually it will work out, or you'll continue doing other things, and it'll take longer than 9 years, or it might take you only a year. Who knows? But you'll get there. So, yeah, just wanted to put that out there. Don't expect it to be like, I picked this as my path and it didn't work out. Well, you really got to work it. It doesn't work out. You just got to keep on trying, like Derek did, where he actually went out of his way to talk to people and get himself a DJ position and all of these things. He had a really great construct of people he knew that were in the industry of hosting events and things like that. All of that he set up himself, so with his own time, and that's something to be looked up to. I think that's awesome. So yeah, it just takes time, and energy. But just because it's not working right away, or even after 8 years, doesn't mean it's not going to work. Okay.
Yep. You just really gotta be ready to cry. That's the best way I could put it, man. Especially when you like really care about it, you're gonna cry a lot. But it's all gonna be worth it. And before you know it, all those tears are gonna make your own pool.
Ooh, and then you can go swimming.
Yeah, in your super salty pool.
Sounds great. All
What's
right.
your battery?
Like my battery's at 21. I just checked it.
Oh, so should we close up?
Ah. Oh yeah. Sorry, I meant years or grades. I guess you're in the UK. I could understand that being confusing. Okay. Am I using my camera to record? I'm using my phone. It's terrible. I know. I'm sorry. That's just where I am right now in my situation, because I'm in the middle of moving. It's going to be like this for a little while. And once we get our new house set up in there, then my quality is going to return to normal. But yeah, so Derek is actually hosting all of the streaming. He's awesome. So yeah, so let's wrap it up. Oh wait, I'm the host. I can't tell you. Wrap it up, Derek. I'm the host. You got to do what I tell you. Time to wrap it up.
Okay, look, guys. One time, I was in the forest, and a great Natsu drag deal approached me. And I was like, hey, hold on, Hokage. I'm out here looking for the 4-star Dragon Ball, and I need you to politely withdraw your Pikachu so I may go and capture Jagumon. And he was like, you know what? I don't want. And then my whole entire vision spiraled and it went like a chicka chicka sound and this battle music came out of nowhere. And I was like, whoa, I have a health bar. Why am I level 1 and this dude's like level 29?
This must be an introduction. You make me feel bad about not being high level yet.
This guy must be the final boss and I'm playing the end of the game.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
as I was entering battle, I had 3 options: fight, run, and item. And you can believe me when I said run. But when I tried to run, this like menu box fell from the sky and hit me in the face and said, "You can't do that." And then
What?
Natsu Dragneel summoned his Pikachu to cast Firebolt on me. And I was like, wait, how does he do the fire? He's electric. And he was like, no, he's a plant Pokemon, duh. And then I caught on fire, I fell to the ground, and then a tree came out of my stomach.
A tree?
It was
awesome.
the great tree.
The great tree.
And then Goku came out of the great tree and I was like, hey! And then he screamed for like 10 episodes.
Wait, who was screaming? Was he screaming or you screaming? I think you were probably both screaming. I mean, you had a tree.
Yeah, I was screaming from the pain and he was just screaming just to scream.
10 episodes. Yeah, definitely. See, all of that happened in one episode. And it's like, wow, this is moving quick. And then all of a sudden, scream time for 10 episodes. And then you get like a filler episode at number 11 or 12. And then finally you get the climax and end of the story at the last episode, 13. And it happens in like 7 seconds. I remember that.
That was my, it's my favorite game. Fairy Tail, Naruto, Shippuden, Ball Z, Extra, Mon, Hogyoku, Kage, man. X13.4.
Oh yeah, I love that series.
Remix HD edition.
Oh, HD edition. Oh man, I only had like LD. Wait, what do you have besides 8? What do you call the lower quality?
You call it not HD.
Not I only
HD.
have Blu-ray edition, man. Oh, I gotta come over to your house and watch that with you.
Yeah, man, it's really cool. There's like 1.5 episodes.
Oh wait, isn't it a game?
It's a game-imation.
Oh, it's a game-imation. I love it.
So like, you start the game, and you play for like the first disc is like 1 hour, and then the second disc is like 100 hours. It's really weird.
Yeah, you
And
know
then they
that
have
happens.
DLC also.
Oh, nice. I felt like that was the case with some other games I've played before. You're like, first disc, and you open it up, and you put it in. It's like, all right, now it's sent the second disc. And you're like, what? That was such a short game. And then the second disc lasts like 17 years, and you're like, what the heck?
Dude, a perfect example of that is Final Fantasy VII.
Yes.
The first disc was like somewhat short, and the second disc was like, dude, I've been here for like 9 years.
Yeah. Like, wait a minute. Should we be on the 4th disc by now? Judging by the first one?
They fit so much into that second part of the disc. I don't understand.
I don't understand either. Like, way more. I don't know.
Yeah. It was great.
Epic geeks. Yeah. We know our stuff.
We may not look like it, but we're really, really lame.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Can't even walk. That's what lame means. I think that's more of the true definition of lame. Wait, lame. No, that's
Wait, hold on, let me look it up. What is lame?
lame. Lame?
Oh yeah, you're right. Unable to walk normally because of an injury or illness affecting the leg or foot. How did you know that?
Yes, I got it. Wow. That's amazing because I'm terrible at English. Wow. Hey, it worked out.
That was really good. I learned something new.
You might be wondering why we know all this gameimation information. Wow. Gameimation information. You might even think we're geeks, but it's actually because we're lame. That's right. We can't walk. On the leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna do the thing.
Well, it's the end of the stream, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I
So
figured I'd just...
once again, everyone, thank you for joining the stream. Oh, he's doing the thing, everyone.
Gosh, it's still wet down there. Anyway, just getting the tip of my shoe wet this time. You guys don't get the full thing. You don't get the full video. If you guys want the full version of me getting wet, please push a like, subscribe, and I'm just kidding. Smash that like button.
Smash
Let's
with your
see if we can
face.
get 100 million. What was it? 52 million likes.
Yeah.
I'll make a video tomorrow.
Let's see if we can get 2 million likes, or we won't come back ever.
Yeah, we won't. It's a live stream, so like it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, if you want to see us again, go ahead and subscribe to Ryan. Hit that subscribe button and hit the bell icon.
Gotta subscribe to him.
And then
Don't listen to guys, but listen to
no,
me.
don't listen to Ryan.
Wait, if they subscribe to me but then don't listen to me, it doesn't make sense.
No, like subscribe to Ryan and then listen to him.
Yeah, but you need to. But if you're gonna listen to me, if you're gonna subscribe to me, then you gotta do what I say. And I'm saying you gotta go subscribe to the Beta Cat, which is youtube.com/. Is it user or C? What do you have? User?
I have the straight URL, just youtube.com/thebetacat.
Well, you got the early edition.
Yeah.
Ah, that's awesome. Okay, yeah, just go to exactly what he said, youtube.com/th3betacat. And then subscribe, because what that's going to get you is videos when he posts them. That's really all, but you'll enjoy it. And you should enjoy it. You should have enjoyment in your life, and that is the Beta Cat.
That's me.
Definitely. Do it.
Yeah. So,
don't listen to what he...
We'll see you guys next week, same time, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you don't know what that is for you, I trust you know how to use the Google.
Yeah. We're here every time at this time, every time it's Sunday. Saturday. Every time it's Saturday where we are. It is Sunday in the Philippines and other Asian countries, or countries in Asia, or even Europe at this point. Anyways, goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everyone. Love you.